So in this video, we are going to discuss what are the first steps you need to follow when you create your account on the Spryn. First thing you have to do is to create a workspace. Workspace is a section under which you can create multiple projects. Suppose if you are running a company, then you can consider your company name as a workspace name, and under your workspace name, you can create your company's projects. You can also create multiple workspaces, or you can be a part of multiple workspaces. So I'm creating a new workspace. Let's say the workspace name is Backlog. I click on that. It says that I haven't joined any project. Basically, I'm not a part of any project, or this workspace don't have any project right now. Then it gives me option to create a new project. So we are going to create a new project now. Let's say our project name is POS. So this is the first screen you see after switching to your project. Now let me tell you about this screen. Right now on the top we have this menu. On the first drop down you see the list of your workspaces. In the second you see the list of your project. Now before starting with the backlog, let's see what all options are available for us in the project settings and the workspace settings. Starting with the workspace settings, you have to go here and click on the workspace. You will see the list of your workspaces. Under that, I can click on this settings. Now here, I can assign the owner or change the owner if I want. I can also invite other users. When I click this, send the invitation, an email will be sent to that user, and he can click on the link to accept the invite, and that user will be the part of our workspace, not the project, only the workspace. Okay, then next is the project settings. Under the project settings we have all these options. I can set the project name also. I want to change it to POS. It is the POS next to the PO project key. It can be your shortcut key with which you can remember the issues. If there is any due date applicable, you can set it over here. You can add some description like it is POS app for the restaurants. If I want to upload any icon, I can do it. Let's see. Now, when I save the settings, you can see that there is one icon over here. Now, next is what are the different workforce status I will need for my project. By default, there are 4. Out of these, to and the done. These are the default, and I cannot make changes to the to and done. Every new issue we will create over here will go directly to the to do. Okay, I can change this in progress and I can also change the I can also add new status. I can change the position of this status if I want. Next is the estimation method we need for the project. You know, in Scrum, we have to give some estimation points to every issue we work on. These points can be in the form of Fibonacci series, or some teams use t-shirt sizing, and some use the simplest method, which is the estimated hours. You can choose any of this and just click on the save. Then next is the automation part. How do you want the sprints to be automated? So we have two options over here. If you want to enable, first say the automatically confirm sprint start when the work begins. So as suppose you have added some issues to a sprint and you have started that sprint. So you have added some issues to a sprint, but that sprint isn't still the planned sprint mode. Now it is not active. But if you make any status change to that sprint, to the issue of that planned sprint, it will automatically make it active. That sprint active. Okay. And if you want that once, if you are in an active sprint and all the issues of that active sprint are moved to the done status, then if you want, then it can also go automatically to the completed sprint section. You don't have to do it manually. Then suppose if you want that to set some limit for every status, like how many issues can sit in each status, you can simply set like I do not want more than 4 issues in the review status. If it happens, then the application will give you some alert kind of a thing that more than 4 issues are in the review status. You can take action whatever you want. Okay, these are optional things, but still it is there. It helps you to run the sprint smoothly. Now next is the project user. So right now you can see that we have already added me as the project user, but we don't have the other user which we just added to our workspace. So we will go to here, choose that user, and click on the add member. Now, if you can see, there is one more field which is the capacity. So suppose you want to set that I do not want to give more than these points to this user for every sprint, then I can simply set the maximum point allowed per sprint for this user, and then at the time of sprint planning, my sprint will give me an alert if I go beyond the limit we have put here. Okay, you can see that track how many points each teammate can commit this sprint and their role in the project. We can change the role also. Then next is the integrations. We have GitLab, GitHub, and Slack integrations available. Using these, you can suppose whenever an issue is created, you can create an issue on the GitLab or the GitHub also simultaneously with the issue, and you can manage the MRs also from within the application. So this is all about the workspace and the project settings of the Sprint. Now we are going to start with the backlog. So in the backlog, we have to create issues. Suppose you are migrating from other applications like Jira or Asana, or maybe you have your own Excel or CSV sheet. You can either go to the import and import from the respective platform, or input from CSV, or you can start fresh over here. So I'm going to start fresh. This is our POS app. So let's suppose we will first plan the roadmap and create milestones. Then we will need backup, stack, and GUI mockups. Then we will need create sign up form, create login form, create dashboard page. So these are some issues I have added for the reference. Now you can see that the application is saying 3 items need attention, 2 more require review. When I open it, it says that create dashboard, create login, and create sign up. These are not ready. They are missing owner and missing estimate for all the 3. Okay. Other also. They are missing owner and the estimate. Owner means they are not assigned to any user yet. These are the issues we just created. Now we have to work on these review issues. Let's start with the first one, which is plan the roadmap and create milestone. So here you can add the description, or what you can do is use AI and let it write the full description. So I'm using AI assistant over here. I just click on it. It will take few seconds to generate the description, and it is ready. Also, application description. This issue description is ready now. We need to develop a comprehensive roadmap, key phases, milestone, timeline, stakeholder involvement. Everything is written over here. If you want to generate acceptance criteria also, you can generate it via AI. Suppose I want to create child issues, I can simply click on AI also, or can click on the add and edit manually. But I want to use AI. That saves some time. Here it is. All the child issues are here. Now the most important thing where most debates happen is the what should be the estimate. How many points should be assigned? So either I can write it manually, whatever I want, or I can simply click on AI here. Here it is. AI gave me the estimate should be the 5 points. It will give me the points of the t-shirt size or the number of hours depending upon the settings we did in the project settings. Here I can assign this to a user. I want to assign this to the user 1. Next is if I want, I can create some version and assign it to it. I can create some epics also. If I want, I can link this to with other issues if I want, like this. Okay. Now here in the cycle break matrix, it totally gives me what is the lead time, what is the waiting time, active time, and cycle time. So lead time is basically the total elapsed time the issue has existed. What is the waiting time? What is the active time? What is the cycle time? What is the breakdown time? The complete information is visible over here. If I want to see the breakdown, like how many times it was there in each status, I can track that also. And here is the history of the issue. This is the priority. I can open this issue in a separate window also. Even these child issues can be opened as an individual issue in a separate window. So now you can see that there is one small icon over here which tells me that this issue has sub issues of subtasks also, or the child issues also. These are the icons. If I want to open it, it will open it in the separate window. Here we can have the discussion also. This is the history of the issue, what all happened with the issue time to time. Let's give some points to the issue. I'm just giving it randomly. Now you can see that it says these issue have missing owner and the vague description. If you want to fix that, you can fix it. Otherwise, you can ignore it. Totally depends upon you, how your process works, and what is the importance. Now here, I can simply click on the start sprint planning from here, or also from here. So if I click from here, then you can see that one issue which is fully completed from our side, which is ready, is already included. If you want, you can remove it from here, but the application suggests to add it in your sprint. But if I click on the plan sprint, it will not give me that suggested ready issue over here. Okay. So if I want to add an issue, I can simply click on the add to sprint, add to sprint, add to sprint, add to sprint. So right now over here it says the capacity is full. So in the sprint planning, I can set that there are two team members who will work 8 hours a day. Focus factor is 0.85. It's like how many percent of these 8 hours the user is going to be focused. You can set it over here. The working sprint will be of 10 working days, and sprint goal is set up application base. So now it says that total 136 points of capacity I can assign, out of which I have only assigned 16. So still I have more time. So either we can simply reduce the number of working days for this sprint. I have set only 5 days. You can see only 68 points can be assigned. I can reduce it further also. So now only thing I have is left is to click on the create sprint. When I created my sprint, it says your sprint was created in just 1.9 minutes. Now you can see that this sprint goes directly to the planned sprint. Okay, you can assign the users for every issue. Now, if I want to start the work on this, I will simply click on it and set it as active. When it is active, just click on the start sprint. Now, when I go to the start sprint, now it can be seen in the under the active sprint. And sprint is now empty. Now it is visible in the active sprint. Now let's see what all is visible in the active sprint. Now in the active sprint, first thing it says the details of the sprint, like the sprint name is POS sprint 1, plenty of room is there. Then this is the goal, these are the dates, 6 days are remaining. 0 out of 21 points are done, 2 people working for 5 days. All this has been set over here. Now it says the sprint health is 28. Why? Because based on the remaining time and current completion phase. As the sprint progress, we start work on it and we move the status of change the status of the issues from waiting to the in progress and then done. This health is going to get better. Right now the sprint is on track. If at any stage application feels that you are not on track, if that sprint is going to end, deadline is coming, still your issues are pending, it is going to alert you that it is off track. Total 21 points were assigned. This is the low priority load and the aging work. It also gives you suggested action, what you can do. It says prioritize POS 4 and POS 1, move to top of board, 11 points unstarted. This is the further breakdown of your active sprint. Now let's go to, if you want to see these issues as a Kanban board, you can do that also. Simply go to the board and over here you can see all these issues are visible on the board. So suppose I want to start with the plan the roadmap, I will simply drag and drop it here on the in progress. Now if I want to see what is the active sprint says, it says this week this POS 1 was moved to the in progress. Right now it says 5 points are in progress, 16 points are still in to do. So you have exact clarity what all is going in your sprint. So let's complete all these issues. You can see that all are done. We have on the burn down also, you can see that this was the expectation, but we completed before time because we just moved it randomly. We didn't give the application time to calculate the sprint health again. Right now it is saying 28, but if you have done it properly day by day, it would have given you the real number. I just checked all the issues instantly, that's why it is not giving us correct number over here for the health. Now we need to mark this sprint as complete. It says 5 completed, 0 remaining. In case, let's suppose one is still in review. When I click on the complete, it will tell us one is still remaining. Do you want that incomplete issue to move back to the backlog, or you want to move it to the another sprint? If you have other planned sprint also, you can move it to the upcoming planned sprint. Otherwise, it will go to the backlog. But I want to mark it as complete. It is complete now. No issues in backlog, no active sprint, no planned sprint. Now we have one completed sprint. When I click on the show issues, it gives me the list of issues if I want to see. Now, what all we do after the sprint? We do the sprint retrospective. Now, instead of asking each and every team member that how did the sprint go, what were the problems we faced, what could have been done better, you can simply click on this generate sprint retro. So now you can see our retro is ready via AI. Now it says that it gives a full picture of what happened at the sprint. It says what went well, what needs improvement, what are the risks. Started with the what went well. It says all tasks completed on time. That's the best thing. Effective time management was evident. No carryover items. That's good. Improvement wise, it says scope increased by 5 items during the sprint. Add a scope block. After day 2, cycle time is 0.63. Review block time. Scope creep observed with 5 additional tasks added with sprint. Okay. Then it says mid-sprint script identified, potential burnout. These can be avoided further. These are the actions you need to take care of the upcoming sprint. If you want to share it with the team, you can simply click on the copy markdown and share it over your team message application. So now your whole sprint from creating backlog to active sprint, then plan and complete. Everything is done. Now we are going to look in the other aspect of the sprints, which is you can create the versions. You can create the new version. Let's suppose version 1.0.0. If you want, you can set a goal, otherwise you can ignore it. Right now, there is no issue assigned to it. If I add one issue, I will create employee CRUD. I can link this to a version. Now when I go to the version, it says I have one issue assigned to it. When I click on it, it says these are the issues of this version. If I want to release it, I can simply click on the mark release, or I can click on the archive. Next is the insights. These are just the reports, but designed in a manner so that it gives clarity instead of giving confusion. We have divided it into 5 types. First one is the velocity, second is the cycle time, third is the team workload, how is the quality, and how is the sprint health. These are the reportings. You can get it from the application. Now we also have this global search where you can, if you want to find anything, you can simply suppose I want to find for the login issue. I can simply click on the login, press enter, or click on the search, and if it will give you the issues related to the term login. I have found my issue. I can see the details over here. Coming back to the planning, I can also do the filter. So on my backlog, even on my sprints also, these filters are available. Suppose we have two issues. One is assigned to me. Let's suppose this is assigned to me. Now, if I want to see the issues only assigned to me, I can simply click on my issues and it will filter it. So this is all we have for the Spryn application. If you have any question, you can ask us in the comment. We will try our best to get your query answered in least possible time. And if you have any suggestion, you can give us in the comment section. See you in the next video.